You poke a stick into the scooter's wheel spokes. Nash Nash pitches forward on the geese who fly off. A passing elder declares a draw and Nash Nash leaves with their squeaky bent scooter. Fuck Nash Nash. Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, Noodle here, and today we're back again, back with Monster Loves You. Let's continue our little adventure. Spider, angry, singing. Let's sing. Glob Claws has found a human artifact, a black circle. She shows it to you carefully. Look, it has grooves on it. Try to suss out its purpose. Cleverness +9. You hold up a black circle looking at it, tapping it with your claws and tasting it with your tongue. Glob Claw says, I already tried that. It must be a hat. Cleverness +3. The other monsters are impressed by your impromptu fashion show. Glob Claws thanks you as she takes back her new hat and waddles away. No problem, Glob Claws. Great. Okay, I'm gonna do this goat. I have no idea what this goat is, but we burped on one. You hear a bleeding sound from inside the scapegoat's pit. Is it the scapegoat? Of course it is. Bleeding is what goats do. No. Well, good. The scapegoat walks around its pit, looking around, and it bleeds again. Nash Nash says it wants a fight. Let's give it one. See what's really bothering the goat. Yeah, it doesn't want to fight. The scapegoat stares at you. As you approach it, it bleeds again. Looking in the pit, you see that there's no food anywhere. Oh. Well, it needs food. Nash Nash shoves you aside and says, I said let's give it a fight. Ask Nash Nash not to fight the goat. Defend the scapegoat from Nash Nash. Go get some food while Nash Nash gets her fight. No, defend the scapegoat. Kindness +9. The scapegoat seems relieved when you step between it and Nash Nash. Nash Nash says, okay, I'll fight you instead. But then she always does. Give Nash Nash a good tussle. Frosty +3. You and Nash Nash roll in the dirt, kick up dust, and scattering mud and slime everywhere. Soon you are exhausted. What about the goat? The scapegoat has retreated back into its pit, where some other monsters are feeding it. It came up because it was out of food. Isn't that thing on a tether? When the scapegoat gets hungry enough, it would chew apart its rope so it can forage for food. The elders call this system chomps and balances. Okay. Rocks. Oh boy, Smart set up a human chess set. You sit down to play, but you don't know the rules. But a smart monster like you should be able to figure something out. Yeah, ask him how to play. Smart points at the pieces and moves some around, then knocks one over with another. It must be a fighting game. Aha! Smart then thinks for a moment and, with finesse, pushes all of your pieces down and taps his heads. Sounds like victory. Aha! Smart picks the 16 short pieces and you get the 16 ones with different shapes. He makes one of the short guys kick over your horsey. Use the Infernal Gambit, set the board on fire. Dragon Defense, blow Smart's pieces off of the board. Feet of Clay, glue Smart's pieces to the board. Avalanche Attack, kick the board over. Let's Feet of Clay. Smart pieces and feet are soon glued to the board. Unfortunately, that means that they and he are stuck standing. And he wins, apparently? Okay. I'm bad at games. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth and have become an adult. Yes! You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. Trying to sleep here, fight them. What, who, and where, why now? They tell you it's time to grow up. You've taken into the woods. Oh, okay. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Okay. The monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They decide what best defines you as a monster. Wait patiently. After a while, the murmuring stops, though the murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the assembled monsters come to a decision. Well? The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you, while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Shadowy and dark. Do your part in the ceremony of... Yeah, what's happening? This is the end of your adolescence. Your body becomes tougher, and other grown-up monsters will be more likely to listen when you speak. Oh, okay, great. The ring of monsters shuffles. Okay, do your part. None of the monsters hold you in some respect. 5 out of possible 100 points. Oh, okay, good for them. It is immediately clear to the crowd that you are very kind for a monster. No, that's so nice of them to think so. The crowd shoves 2 monsterlings into the circle, each with broken arm, in order to ask you to take care of them. Apply general first aid. Gently tend to their wounds requires high kindness. Yeah, gently tend to their wounds. Yes! You croon and pet the monsterlings until they grow drowsy, then splint their damaged limbs in silence. They leave quietly, feeling much better. Everyone cheers. Accept their respect and move on. Great! Look, my kindness is at 94. And everything else is doing really good. And I'm up 10%. I guess this is my my respect, I guess. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young. Onward to adulthood. I like that. It was like a random chance. Politic with monsters and explore the whale mist. Let's politic with monsters, shall we? Choose your adventure. Spider? Today's the day of the Spinner 500, the big spider race. Winners are regarded highly all around town. Yeah, let's do this. But your spider hurt her leg this morning. What should you do? It's a noble race. Watch with your spider. Cheat. She's normally the fastest spider in the world, even the playing field. May the best spider win. Enter yours unaided. No, it's a noble race. With a tear and a smile, you and your spider watch from the stands. The spider sucks the butter out of a piece of popcorn and gives you 4 tiny thumbs up at once. Grand! She rubs her healing leg and says, next year's the year if a bird doesn't eat me. Okay. It's my spider, I gotta take care of it, you know what I mean? Let's check out Explore the Whale Mist. Blood? Oh my god. You stalk the forest, hunting an elusive swift elk. Suddenly it emerges from the underbrush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge you. Run away, run away. Perfect! Tear it apart! The elk charges, and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest, but instead of a heart, you find nothing. The elk turns, catches you with its antlers, and flings you to a tree. What the? The elk bounces away. It's unkillable. There's nothing that's unkillable after it. Leave the elk in the woods, return to Omen, and warn everybody about the strange elk. Yeah, no, that's weird. The others thank you for alerting them to this unusual prey. They spread out. Eventually, Jaggerly finds the elk and devours it whole. He seems a little dizzy afterwards. Okay, well, at least we got rid of it. Right? Let's go back to politicking. We should go back and forth. Yeah, hurt. Somebody's hurt. The spine doctor is treating 2 injured monsters in Portland Square. We should watch. She breaks off her own quills and uses them like sewing needles. A little iron pot boils over a small fire, but it's just water. The doctor seems to have run out of something. We know who the spine doctor is, but we're just doing this. She's Marina's cousin's twin and has many pointy bits all over her body. She's an ancient monster, older than even an elder, and has healed the sick for many years. Okay. Offer to get involved. Who's hurt? Yeah, who's hurt? Prudence and Prufrock are lying prone, both covered with long, straight lacerations. Blood and slime seep from every cut. Oh no, it's Prudence. She's cool. Offer to get involved. Yeah, I want to help Prudence. You join the spine doctor, who accepts your help approvingly, but how will you aid her? Hold the cuts close while the doctor prepares the medicine. Offer to fetch medicine for the spine doctor. See if either patient has anything worth stealing. No. Right, yeah. The doctor nods at you and sends you to her hovel for a big clay jar. When you bring it back, she opens the lid, revealing hundreds of leaves, twigs, dead bugs, and human pills. She selects a few by feeling alone and feeds them to the patients, who soon stir. Okay. Oh, great! Fantastic. Let's go back to exploring. Oh, there's a cave mouth, I think. Happy, and then all kinds of facial expressions. Let's do happy. A flock of geese are in the air, are in the square. No, honk. One can honk above the honk. Nash screams. Last one to drive them away is a loser, and she's on that human scooter she found. Honk. Hunt down a cool secret weapon of your own. Stick is mightier than the wheel. Sabotage Nash. Just grab the scooter for yourself. The stick is mightier than the wheel. You poke a stick into the scooter's wheel spokes. Nash Nash pitches forward on the geese who fly off. A passing elder declares a draw and Nash Nash leaves with their squeaky bent scooter. Fuck Nash Nash. Okay, politic with monsters. Let's see what we got here. Pointing, we got rock lifting. Let's do rock lifting. All of Omen is abuzz. Elders glare angrily at everyone, then look back at a broken sign at the town gate. You look at little pieces of the sign you're holding. Oh, and blush. Wait, what did you do again? Coming back from a hunt, you were so full of high spirits that you jumped up and slapped the sign. You slapped a little too hard with your claws. Oh. Okay. Yes? Bliss Tree spots a bit of sign that you're holding. Hey, don't tell anyone you broke it. It'll get fixed. This will all blow over. It's just an ill wind that blows. Nobody's any good. Bygones will be bygones. What's she going on about? Bliss Tree is often accused of thinking she knows everything. This includes human cliches, all of them. Bliss Tree says, I can take care of this. Look, I took a bit of the sign too. I can slip some into the Vrock's hair when he isn't looking. Nobody ever believes him since he's always lying and stealing things. No, it's my bad. Honesty plus 12, respect -1. All the gathered elders scowl at you and they take turns chewing you out, which for monsters is a little more literal expression than you might expect. Ragged and bloody, you creep back to your hovel to heal. You take solace in the fact that your honor is intact. You messed up, but you told the truth and everyone will remember that. Great. Okay, let's explore. Oh no, we did, right? No, we didn't. Food? Claws? People? Let's do people. You come upon a scene of hundreds of frogs all gathered on the stream bank. They're ribbiting back and forth in what's clearly a debate of some kind, watched by a stork. Eat the stork, don't waste your time. What are they arguing over? Half the frogs surrounding a log as though it's their leader, the other half are huddled in a feet of somewhat amused stork. What do the frogs think of monsters? That's a pretty good idea. Frogs are afraid of anything bigger than them, which includes every monster ever, and every monster ever includes you. Alright, they're fraidy frogs. The stork looks delicious. Grab it, have a snack, wait and listen. Talk to them. Talk to them. A chorus of fearful croaks drowns out the debate. The frogs flee from your first open mouth. The stork flies off, and you knock the log into the stream where it floats out of sight. Oh, damn it. When you get back to Omen, an elder tells you the frogs were choosing their king today. It's an event of great mystical significance in the forest, you know. Oh man. Seeing your expression and the green gut dripping where you was, she said, well, it was. Oh, I didn't know. I was just trying to talk to the frogs. I should have known better, though. You know what I mean? Politic. Let's, what's this, pointing? You show your newest collection of human artifacts to your neighbors. They seem subtly impressed and listen in. Say more! The truth is, you just found them in the woods, but everyone seems so interested. It would be a shame to let them down. Monsters do love a story, so you could stretch the truth. Big lie! Tell them you tricked a human. Just a little lie to keep things interesting. I'll tell the straight truth. By the time you're halfway done with your tale of your peaceful walk back to Omen with the artifacts, Hamrag is asleep and everyone else has gone home. Yeah. Alright, explore the whales. Let's do more faces. I want to make up for that. You and Globclaws come across an ant and a grasshopper, both locked in mortal combat. Each is biting the other's back leg. Get involved in this buggy battle. Indeed. As you reach for bugs, Globclaw holds you back. Isn't there a legend about bugs and wheat? Maybe we should be careful. Accept this timid advice and don't interfere. Silly Globclaw's monsters do not fear such things. Go ahead and interfere. Nah. I don't know, man. Globclaw's always been really cool. Respect +5, bravery -4. You hang back and watch the tiny fight. Globclaw praises you for listening to her. Yeah, I like Globclaws. Pretty awesome. Okay, my bravery went down by 4, but it's still not bad. My ferocity is taking a big hit. Like, I need to be more, like, ferocious. What is this, people? You hear Grittermitten telling younger monsters about the human that almost killed him. It's the pointy parts that get you, he says. Alright, listen in. Always wait until the knife is pointed somewhere else, then run away. He turns to you and says, isn't that right? Explain to the youngsters that the human knife is always dangerous, exaggerate the story to strike fear into them, and impress everyone by claiming to be an expert. Yeah, a human knife is always dangerous. You calmly expand on Gritman's tale, sharing what you've learned about the frightening blades of the humans. The young monsters promise they will treat such things with respect, even if nobody's holding one. That's good. Yeah, because that one jackass grabbed the fucking knife and cut me all up. Asshole. There's 2 more faces. I like the faces. You scoop a big fish from the forest stream and you're about to bite into it. It says, wait, I'm magic. I can grant you a wish. It sounds legit, believe the fish. Dispute this spurious claim. All I wish... Frosty +9, cleverness +9. All I wish for is something to eat, you snarl. The fish realizes what you mean as you bite into it. Okay. There we go. My Frosty's looking a little better, I guess. Politic. What's this? The fast sloth is tearing roofs off hovels. Elder and the larger adults charge at it, but it beats them back with deceptively slow arms. It's too dangerous. Hide. Try to fight the fast sloth. Get a closer look at the action. You watch from the shadows. The sloth leaps from roof to roof like a huge demented monkey. It rips loose a big piece of corrugated metal. Bide your time. Stay hidden. You realize you're the only monster left in the area. All the others are far away, some out of the cold, some just huddling around out of reach of those huge claws. Attack! Attack now! The sloth hardly seems to move, but it slaps you with a set of its claws as big as your entire body. When you wake, the sloth is gone. Whoa! It really is fast and big! Other monsters recovering, also recovering from the fight. Thank you for helping. Cool, I got respect +5. Great. My respect went up. Cool. More politicking, please. Digging. Face. You find blots hiding in a dented alarm clock. Oh, hitting a dented alarm clock. Why have bells that don't ring? Is this some kind of riddle? Yeah, I'm confused. Before he can answer, he throws the clock over his shoulder and glowers at it. Stomp all over it for fun. Take it for your home. Try to fix it. Yeah, let's try to fix it. You pick up the clock and examine it with care. It's so complicated, more complicated than anything a monster has ever made. And that includes monsterlings, wheels and cogs and gears and levers and slides and all kinds of things. This is too hard. Just take it and stick it in your hovel as decoration. Keep poking at the clock. Hit the clock. Yeah, keep poking at it. Cleverness +9. Even though it's so complicated that you might get your claws caught inside, or get a spring in the eye, or accidentally hurt blots on purpose for that matter. Yeah, go for it. It's fine. You turn the key around, it makes a clicking sound, and the bells go ding. Not bad. It's getting harder to turn, though. Stop while you're ahead, I guess. The clock ticks and talks and ticks, and you're pretty sure it's actually keeping time. If only you knew what the little arms and hands meant. Well, in any case, Blots goes around showing everyone how you fixed his artifact. Great! Explore the whale mist. Let's do one of their face. I like the faces. You spy a wolf pacing outside of a small wooden cabin. From within the building, you hear the bleating of goat kids. Work with the wolves to get the goat kids. Attack the wolf while his back's turned. Watch the wolf. Yeah, let's watch the wolf. I was trying to get in, but the goat kids have barred the door. Okay. Attack the wolf. Yeah. He hears you and bolts. Chase him down. You give a good chase, but only manage to snag his tail away before you run out of steam. Now. Note, the tail, a bit grisly, still not a bad meal. Great. Look, everything's pretty good. My bravery could do with a bit more, since that's the lowest thing I got. But so far it seems that everything's going pretty good. Let's politic some more. Digging, rocks. Let's do rocks. You sit with Nash and Globclaw on a tattered red blanket, eating cookies and talking about artifacts. We know what artifacts are. Artifacts are human-made objects. Many monsters collect them. All the garbage cans in Omen were collected from one human bus stop. Some artifacts are interesting, some can be dangerous. Okay, continue the discussion. Globclaw sighs, I really like artifacts. I want a nice big collection, but it seems like I can never find any good ones. You and Nash exchange glances. Glance. Nash Nash runs a claw along the handlebars of her little scooter. You both know some good spots. Tell Glomp Claws about the good spots. Keep mum, you can always help her in other ways. Nah, tell her about the good spots. You open your mouth, but gasp as Nash Nash kicks you hard. Ah! Nash Nash whispers, that'll be less stuff for us. I don't care if you have less stuff, but if I do, you're in big trouble. She pokes you with her claws and makes her point. Fuck her. Glomp Claws licks her pincers happily as she goes a little dance of thanks. She scuttles off to the woods to check out the places you described. What about Nash Nash? Nash Nash makes good on her promise of big trouble in the form of thoroughly drubbing. You crawl back to your home, exhausted and bleeding. It's cool, whatever. I hate fucking Nash Nash anyway. She's a fucking little cunt. She's for the whale mist. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Go see the spine doctor. The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. You'll soon reach the end of adulthood and you will either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. What happened to monsters who dissolve? Their bodies melt in the spawning vat where their memories will nourish the minds of new generations of morsels. Oh, that sounds terrible. What happens to monsters who ascend? Those who manage to ascend become elders and live on to steer the fate of monster kind. Okay. Can the doctor do something to stop the process? Return to your hovel and prepare. Okay. The spine doctor says there's a treatment that might prevent your dissolution. Oh, let's learn more about that. The doctor says the treatment involves an extract taken from a tentacle fern that grows in whale mist. Yeah, I'll go get the fern, that's fine. Following the spine doctor's direction, you enter the whale mist and search for tentacle fern. They're common in these woods. Pick a fern. You wade through the thicket of sticky green coils, letting them brush against your hide until one latches firmly in place. That means it's right. You snip the fern with your claws. What's that sound? It's a little monsterling trying not to be noticed. Yell at her. She should be in the brood cave. Stop for a while. The little monsterling asks why you're dripping so much slime. You look behind you and see a trail of goopy fluids. Explain about dissolution. The terrified monster seems terrified at the thought of dissolving. She says, it's not fair. Animals live much longer than we do, and humans live longer still. Yeah, it's natural. It's fine. You remind her that this is the cycle of life and that it's always been this way. We carry in us the remnants of thousands of monsters who came and went before us. She seems rest assured. Explain about ascendance. And you point back towards Omen, and it's not over for everyone, and if other monsters respect you enough, you can live on as an elder to share your wisdom directly and help care for the monsterlings. Go on. She says, I'd like to do that. Is that what you're going to do? Tell her you can't ascend once you take your medicine. Lie to her. Oh. You explain that you have a few more things to do, but then you're going back to the spawning vat. She nods sadly and leaves you to your task. You return to the spine doctor with a tentacle fern. She takes it from you. Change your mind and go home with that. You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go home. Doctor smiles as you turn to leave, so you've accepted your fate. That's for the best. Nod to the doctor and go. A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Ask them to come back later. Go with them to dissolve or become an elder. Yeah. Let's do this. The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They build a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Examine the cauldron. The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from whale mist. It's empty now. But soon it will hold blood and slime for many monsters. Okay. The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They build a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Be tested. Try to ascend to elder status. Dissolve. Become the spawning vat. Last chance to run. Flee into the wilderness. Be tested. Test me. A masked elder comes forward. She says, it's time to decide. All the others growl and snarl. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid splatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air. Is that blood or slime? You can't be sure. It depends on how much she respects you. Okay, go on. The masked elder asks, who has already decided the fate of this monster? None of the other monsters come forward. They don't respect you very much. Aww. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, choose one. Chance will guide your claw. Look at the stones. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the others. Okay, pick a stone that looks good. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows one monster kneeling beside another injured monster. The Mass Elder says, "We will test your kindness." Cool. I'm good. Be tested. A huge elder carries another monster close to the cauldron. The other monster is half melted and hard to recognize. Look closer. It's Nash Nash, or what's left of her. She's begun to dissolve like you, and her condition is far advanced. Oh man. Fuck Nash Nash. The Mass Elder says, "We have decided that Nash Nash is too violent. There's a place for pure ferocity in our world, but it must be tempered with other qualities. Regard your own soft, wobbly calls." The Elder says, "See her eyes? She still sees with pure rage. Perhaps you can calm her before the end." Wow. Risk your own life to save hers. You might die. Seriously. Console the dying Nash Nash. Requires high kindness. Fuck. I'm not gonna save her. Fuck Nash Nash. She's a bitch. She's been whooping my ass every single day. She's a terrible friend. Least I can do is at least comfort her until she dies. Nash Nash growls and lashes out at you. Your claws might be weak, but hers are the only part of her that is still strong. You bleed. Ignore the pain and speak soothing words to Nash Nash. You lean close, wincing slightly as she draws a new line of blood on your hide. You hold her tight. She finally ceases her struggles. Goodbye, Nash Nash. The huge elder picks up the now unresisting Nash Nash and gently releases her into the spawning vat, and she's gone. Choose the next stone. The other side of the stone is a crude glyph. It shows a monster frowning in concentration. The Mass Elder says, "We will test your cleverness." And the Mass Elder emits a series of musical whistles and clicks and performs a complex dance. You've never seen these steps before. She says, "Now you do it." Copy every noise and movement. Requires cleverness. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're a dancing fiend. Polite applause washes the crowd. You knew you could do it. Fuck yeah, I knew I could do it. We're good. We're good. Several monsters howl at their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. Dance over to the cauldron. You hold the cauldron, which contains the Portinius infusion. It's heavy. Look in the cauldron. It's half blood and half slime. At least some of the elders support you. Oh, fuck. Shrink. You drink the bubbling concoction, then belch and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantaneously. You're an elder now. Fuck yeah! You're now an elder. Here's how you're doing. My cleverness is at 100. My honesty and my kindness is at 100. My bravery and my ferocity is a little low, but that's fine. And I have 37%. So yeah, I mean, we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. You're now an elder. You're welcome in Znak, the oldest of the monster towns. Great. In this stage of life, you'll play your cards right. You'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. Okay. Yep. I'm like tiny. I'm a little guy. Politic or journey to Carmen. I don't know what Carmen is. Let's politic a little bit, shall we? Oh, what the fuck is this? Monster. This is how well monsters think of humans. When the inevitable conflict comes, this will dictate how monsters act. What do we think of humans? The current score is 20 out of 100. Monsters dislike and fear humans, but you can change this. Okay. This is how well humans think of monsters. When the inevitable conflict comes, this will dictate how humans act. Okay, so they hate us. Got it. So the lower the number, the... Okay. So let's politic. Choose your adventure. Let's... A house. Literature proposes a new plan to keep an eye on the humans. What is it? We'll take over an abandoned house in Carmen, keep someone there at all times, and take extensive notes on everything they do. That's an interesting idea. Several other elders seem to like the idea very much. They argue about where to establish their spy house, though. Carmen has many empty buildings. Which shall we use? Ruin everything. Suggest somewhere humans will look bad. Suggest a place that will encourage understanding. Requires cleverness. Fools. We need many eyes and many buildings. Suggest a place. Yeah. No. Yeah. The expedition sets out immediately, hiding in the unused upper floor of the library. They observe humans reading and learning. Make sure they see that humans are smart. Humans view monsters plus 18. Okay, cool. Oh, monsters view humans. In short order, several elders learn to read for the first time. They seem unimpressed with their unsuspecting human subjects. Great. How many days? We have 13 days left. Let's politic again. What's this? Warning sign? Elder Riddy wants to stop using electricity from humans. It's making us less monstrous, he explains, and it's a human thing through and through. You happen to know a bit about electricity. You shuffle forward and raise your claw, clearing your throat. All the elders look at you. Riddy says, "Ah, you agree with me." No, describe why electricity is great. Requires honesty. No, show how violent electricity is. And agree with Riddy, electricity is useless. No, it's great. You explain your point of view. Some of the young elders start talking about doing more with electricity than just, well, keeping things cold or well lit. Explain what you know about electricity, the good and the bad. You describe some of the things you've seen, boxes with moving pictures, ways to send messages by clicking one's fingers on a board, and the other elders believe you. Of course they do, you're not thought of as a liar after all. They're fascinated. The group agrees to look into new ways to use electricity with the benefit of monster civilization. Reddy hisses and stalks away. Sorry, Reddy, but you're being a jerk face. We're doing actually pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So let's also politic a little bit more. We got to get us at least into the good. You know what I mean? Maybe not 100%, but at least pretty good. Let's see. We got a puddle. We got clever, hiding, a feather. You're arguing with Elder Yumurg about who is much older than you, but a little slow on the uptake. She insists that humans don't farm chickens. That's ridiculous. Explain that they do, in fact, farm chickens. And maybe she's right, drop the subject. Never agree that humans never do good things. No, they do farm chickens. That's ridiculous. You go on about how plump and delicious the chickens become under human protection and how many eggs they produce in the wooden nesting boxes. Yumurg rolls her eyes unimpressed. Show that she's too cowardly to have seen the farms close up. Bring back chicken from a farm as proof. Yeah. Oh shit, what's our bravery at? You have no trouble getting into a farm. You return with a chicken so fat it looks like a feather balloon. Show off the chicken. Impressed, Yumurg accepts the chicken and takes a bite. Another elder says maybe the humans do have some redeeming qualities. Yeah, let's take a look at this. What do we think of humans? I stick to some monsters like humans. Okay, well I think we're good for now. Let's go check out the human town. I'm assuming Karma's the human town. Choose your adventure. Let's do hugs. We have 2 hugs. Health, first aid, that could also help. Let's do hugs. You're splashing through the rain gutters when you spot a human on the steps below. She snuffles and sobs into a tissue and crumpled letter lies beside her. Yeah, let's help the human. Their city's fucking weird. You slide down the gutter and squat beside the human. She squeaks and then holds very still when you don't attack her. Okay. Finally, she says, "You want to know why I'm crying? My parents say I must marry Ernest, but I do not love him. I just wish he'd go away. Help her, no matter how dangerous they may be. Offer to harmlessly scare him away. Devour her." Yeah, let's offer to harmlessly scare him away. Oh man, but that might actually be bad. Let's do bravery. Yeah, we'll help you. She blinks away her tears and starts to laugh, and then sees that you're serious. She takes your claw in your hand and takes your claw in her hand, and you go inside. Yes? Where 2 older humans interrupt their dinner to scream and jump away from you. Great. Well begun is half done. The older humans calm themselves and listen to her for, you suppose, the first time. They agree to reconsider the marriage or the wedding. Yes. Oh, that's good. The younger human. Cool. The younger human smiles and squeezes you, not trying to choke you, just to show you how much she appreciates your help. Okay, no problem. Great. That's cool. I like that. Let's go back. I like hugs. Hugs is good. Let's do first aid. What is this? You're in a secluded hiding place near the park. Suddenly you see a human grab her stomach and fall over. Is she playing a joke? Now's your time to shine. Just watch. Is she playing a joke? Not unless it's on herself. There's no one else around. Sickness is often the same in monsters as in humans. Oh, okay, now's your time to shine. That's the spirit. What will you do? Be like the spine doctor to her. Requires kindness. Risk being sting among humans to seek help. Oh. Oh. Well, it's different than the spine doctor. So, yeah, we need to seek help. Before long, you spot some humans playing a game with a ball and small pony. Weird. Get their attention to help her. Success! Jumping about, you call out human medical words you know also help. Before you know it, the empties arrive. Oh, EMTs. Oh boy. This advanced neurosurgery plus 15. Humans view monsters plus 8. They strap her to a board and put her in a white truck. One of them grabs your claw and shakes it firmly but gently before they all head off. You feel a growing sense of satisfaction. Great! We're such a good monster! So good. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. So thanks everybody, thanks for watching, thanks for joining me. When we come back, we're going to finish off these 9 days and then see what else we have to go, because we still have the inevitable conflict that's going to happen. So there we go, thanks everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out everyone.